Hello everyone and welcome to The Big Story, where we discuss the hottest topics of the day right here in the heart of the newsroom. I'm Haryanto, coming to you live from the Straits Times, and we are streaming to you live on Facebook and on YouTube, so be sure to comment, like and share our video. While you're at it, make sure that you hit the bell button as well to be alerted of our videos. Now I'll be joined by my newsroom colleagues who will be discussing the stories that got you talking today. Now, the first segment for today, the excitement is certainly building up as we are about an hour away to the start of the Shangri-La Dialogue. Now, starting tonight until Sunday, the annual forum will see 33 ministerial level delegates and over 30 chiefs of defense forces and senior defense officials, as well as prominent academics from 47 countries attending the dialogue. Now, Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong will deliver his keynote address tonight as well. With the defense leaders of China and the US scheduled to speak, observers are hoping for more clarity over the trajectory of Sino-United States relationship. To tell us more about the dialogue, particularly on the US-China relations, I have Asia News Network Editor Shefali Rekhi. Welcome, Shefali.
Hi, Haryanto.
Now, Shefali, what will we hear, from US and China at this year's dialogue?
Okay, it looks like, as you said, it's going to be a very exciting time. This is the 18th Asia Security Dialogue, and a lot of things have been happening even before in the build-up to this dialogue. So I think PM Lee is going to set the agenda by emphasizing stable and constructive dialogue, because these talks are coming at a time of heightened tensions between US and China on the trade front. And tomorrow we're going to be watching out for what the US Acting Defense Secretary, Patrick Shanahan, is going to be saying on America's commitment to this region.
Right.
And he's already said that China is his priority, even though North Korea and the Middle East and all still weigh on his mind. And then on Sunday we have Chinese Defense Minister General Wei Fenghe talking about China's role. So I think it's going to be a very newsy weekend.
Yeah, certainly is. Now, talking about China, Shefali, we are reading that China has sent a high-level delegation. It hasn't been so far for the past 8 years at the dialogue. So what is China thinking now?
You're absolutely right. The last time the Chinese defense minister was here was way back in 2011, when it was the 10th year of the Shangri-La Dialogue. So clearly, the tensions that are going on is weighing on everyone's mind. And I've been talking around to some experts and all. So people think the message could be that this is not a time to blink. You need to keep your eyes wide open and track everything that's going on. And it's also possible that he's going to talk about China's position and clarify if there are any comments that are made against it. And China's also been talking about inclusiveness and not exclusiveness, although that itself has been a matter of debate. What does he really mean? So.
And people of course are wondering, right, this dialogue, it involves a lot of countries in the region and all that. So how does it affect Singapore and particularly Singaporeans as well? Does it affect us at all?
I think if you take a wider perspective, these dialogues are very, very significant for Singapore, and everything kind of plays into one another, right? So as you can see, Singapore likes to maintain a neutral position between United States and China. And very rightly so. We have renewed our defense partnerships with both countries already. The other thing is, when globally relevant things happen in your home country, then what you do is you get a first-hand opinion and you form your own opinion. Where are things going? Is it going to build up more, or is it like people going to be more rational? Will it be more conciliatory? Beyond that, let's not forget that the waters around us are very, very significant. It's the Straits of Malacca. It's perhaps one of the world's most significant trade routes. And I think about 1/3 of the oil passes through these waters. And then, it's the shortest route between Africa, the Persian Gulf countries, as well as Asia. And Asia is growing. So the needs for oil are going to go on increasing. So it's absolutely important that we have stability in these waters. Beyond that, I think it's raising the Singapore's profile a lot more. We had President Xi and Taiwan's then leader Ma Ying-jeou coming over in 2015. We had the Trump-Kim summit happening here. It's all because we've always maintained a very neutral position. So it's raising our profile. So that also means that people are talking about Singapore,
Yeah.
and it might mean tourism dollars. I think we need that.
Right. On the tourism front as well, right? It helps with that as well. Now back to US and China, Shefali. So the general security outlook should improve after this year's dialogue. Should it?
I think it's very, very hard to say at this juncture. We have to watch. Well, you know, actually the talks are happening. So whenever people can sit down and discuss things, it means it's clarifying some positions. But then there are so many factors, you know, what is your home ground thinking? What is the domestic issues at play? What is the economics in each country? So let's just watch and see.
Right, there you have it, Shefali. Thank you so much for coming onto our show now to share a bit more about the Shangri-La Dialogue that's going to be taking place starting tonight all the way till Sunday. Now, of course, we are going full force with this. For all the news and stories and videos and updates on Shangri-La Dialogue, certainly head over to our website, that is www.straitstimes.com.